have reached my breaking point of having to do this life thing alone. I just want to be held, nurtured, loved, cared for, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, in all aspects. I want my heart and soul to be seen and held. I just can't do it alone anymore, and I'm at my breaking point. I can do it physically alone. I've been doing it, but I don't want to. I don't deserve to, because I am worthy of companionship, of community, of love, of affection, of support, of someone lifting me up, motivating me, encouraging me. I am worthy of that, so I deserve to receive that. I don't want to do it alone anymore, and I've been crying all day because of it.
Shut the fuck up. Went on a first date, and when I opened the door, my man was at my front door, and I was like, "Oh, like right." And then he hit me with the Rico. He pulled the flowers out, and I was like, "Wow, this is different, right?" So I'm not even paying attention. I brush past this, trying to walk down the steps and get to the door, right? Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just so not used to it, and it just hasn't I just didn't have a lot of practice. He opened my car door. I get inside. He closed the door. I immediately went to my group chat. It's weird. Did you say he opened your car door?
High five.
No. Now let me explain, right? Let me explain. By the time we got to the restaurant, my follow-up text was, "Y'all, that's my bad. I just realized and all that stuff we be talking about, we don't really want it." And I felt like he technically did everything that we be saying we be wanting. In my mind, instinctively, my first thought was, he corny. But he really did everything that we want. But it's
an evil world we live in.
Amos chapter 7 and verse 17. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. All right, before I continue, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rug Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teaching the quest where I learn this truth. Peace and salutations to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's elect, which is the house of David. All right, get into this morning lesson right quick, Lord, will be edifying. All right, I showed you two clips of two different type of women. All right, one is tired of being alone, and going through life the way she going through it. That was the first chick. And then I showed you the second one. All right, now this is the thing about it. Even though they would seem to be two different type of women, but more than likely, that first one, she embodied the same characteristics as the second one. All right, you know what I'm saying? It's the bitch got what she asked for. All right, dude showed up, flowers and all that, dating shit, she thought the nigga was a cornball still, all right, and that just goes to show, all right, how low the vibration of woman is over here in this place, especially the Judite woman, all right, which is the top woman on the planet, really, all right, she's the head of the tribes, all right, got 1 second, she's the head of the tribes, it's the same way Judah, the man is the head of all of the tribes, so as she goes, the majority of these other women go, all right, and that's why, our women are out of order like that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? She seen the dude, she called a nigga corny and shit. All right, what are these women gonna do when all hell breaks loose? All right, when all these men that you talked about disrespected and curved and just did all this madness to, all right, when they were able to get at you and it's a lawless society, all right. And then on the flip side, when women who embody characteristics like her come to men of the Lord, all right, the men of the Lord are gonna see that wicked attitude on her, right? And not gonna deal with her. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be like, no, you was too full of yourself in the world, all right? You know what I'm saying? It's levels to that shit, and you was at a level that was just too much, all right? I mean, let me read another scripture right quick. Alright. Read this in Isaiah chapter 3. I think it's verse 16. All right. This is Amos. That's like Isaiah 3 and 16. It say, moreover, the Lord, Yahweh Shai said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forward necks and wanton eyes, walking in the midst as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. All right. When you look up this word right here, haughty. All right. Let's get it right quick. All right, this is the word right here, haughty. It says arrogantly superior and disdainful. All right, then it says proud, vain, arrogant, conceited. All right, that's the attitude that a lot of these women over here embody. All right, you seen how the woman was acting again, all right? Dude showed up. All right, and she pretty much laughed at him, all right? She got on her phone, all right, and started, laughing at him to her friends and shit the same way the one bitch that did that shit at the Cheesecake Factory did, all right? And that's all right, because the Lord is going to laugh at you in your time of trouble, all right? And he's going to do it through his men, all right? All right, verse 17, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord Yahweh Shai will discover their secret parts. All right, so this is how you know this is talking about the so-called black woman, all right, as well as the other women of the tribe, but especially the so-called black woman, because the Lord took their glory away, all right, which is their hair. All right, that's why they wear those wigs and lace fronts and sew-ins and, all other different shit to cover up their goddamn head, all right? The Lord finna snatch even that from them, all right? As it continues. In verse 18, all right, it say, in that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their cows and their round tires like the moon. All right, so the Lord is getting ready to strip you women, all right, in the time of Jacob's trouble, all right? All these things that's accessible to you women today, your feminine products and all of that shit. All right, if you're a 2/3 woman, all right, you're going to be out here thugging it alone, all right? Being put to flight, chased by these men, all right? And a lot of them are going to be men that you went on dates with and men that you know from your day-to-day life, all right? All the shit that, you probably talked about certain ones of them and said to them and, just been a bitch. All right, they're going to be hunting you women down in that day, all right? It say the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers. It say the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, all right? The bonnets, all right? That's one of the Negro woman one-on-one customs, all right? That's Negro woman one-on-one, all right? It say the rings and the nose jewels. The changeable suits of apparel. All right, so you ain't gonna have your clothes and shit. All right, and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins. All right, going into feminine things. All right, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. All right, more clothing. All right, the Lord gonna take all that shit away from you women. Let's see what he gonna leave you with. All right, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. All right, so you women gonna be cutting up out there, right? And instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomach or a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. All right, so you know what I'm saying? Instead of well-set hair, baldness. All right, man. Some of you women already hit with that curse. All right, All right, what else we got? It say, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. All right, these captains, all right, out here, these capers, out here who run and gun behind you fucking thotties. All right, the Lord gonna kill them. All right. And it say, in her gates shall a man mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. All right, and that's what they're going to be doing, sitting upon the ground, pissing and moaning, all right? And they eventually they're going to have to run this route, all right? Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, all right, the same day, Jacob's trouble, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we'll eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach, all right? The woman's shame, all right? So a complete number of women are going to, be chosen by, an elect Israelite man, all right, to take away, all right, their shame, all right, and reproach, which is shame, all right? And that's how they going to get their salvation. But to you women who aren't lucky enough to receive, that blessing, then shit, good luck to you out here, all right? And you're not going to succeed, all right? Because a woman is a spoil, all right? And without a man of the Lord, all right, you don't have a route onto the chariot, all right? You can't overjump the man, all right? Especially these type of women, all right? So, this is just a morning lesson, not too deep. All right, just something real quick and solid to the point. Let's get the day going. All right. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching the course where I learn this truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord Select, Kwame Yasharala, and Wild Baba Ball. Shalom.